President Cyril Ramaphosa is on a working visit to Lesotho. His visit coincides with the 58th Lesotho Independence Day and Bicentennial Celebration. The Bicentennial Celebration of the founding of the Basotho Nation by Morena Moshoeshoe I and Independence Day were held at the Setsoto Stadium in Maseru. President Ramaphosa delivered remarks during the celebrations to commemorate the Basotho Nation's rich heritage as well as the achievements of Morena Moshoeshoe I. South Africa and Lesotho enjoy strong and cordial bilateral relations and cooperation in a number of fields.
It is a great honor and privilege to be here today on behalf of the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, and to join you in celebrating a truly historic milestone. 200 years ago, under the visionary leadership of King Morena Moshoeshoe I of Basotho Nation, was founded on the principles of diplomacy, of unity, and profound respect for human dignity. In times of conflict, displacement, and colonial expansion, His Majesty chose a path of peace. His approach was revolutionary: to build a nation through dialogue, inclusion, and peaceful alliances. His generosity and wisdom often disarmed his opponents. His treatment of former enemies demonstrated a profound understanding of peace building, and his embrace of diversity, welcoming refugees and different groups into his growing nations, contributed to creating a stronger and a more resilient country. Since then, the evolution of the Basotho Nation is a testament to the success of His Majesty's vision, his wisdom, and his compassion. This resonates deeply with the values and the principles of the United Nations that inspires us all. It can guide us as we confront the global challenges of the 21st century: conflict, rising inequalities, climate change, our geopolitical divides, and the erosion of trust. It calls us to choose dialogue over confrontation, to embrace differences rather than to fear them, to understand and respect all parties, even former adversaries.
It is a great honor indeed and a privilege for us to be in this auspicious occasion as your only neighbor. It is indeed an accident of history that you have no other neighbor but South Africa. I convey the well wishes of the people of South Africa to His Majesty and the people of Lesotho on the 58th anniversary of the independence and the bicentennial of the founding of this great nation in 1824. South Africa and Lesotho are bound together by history, by geography, by culture, and also by language. We are two peoples who share a common destiny. The Mountain Kingdom has made and continues to make a great contribution to African society, knowledge, and development. Lesotho is as solid as the majestic Maluti Mountains, which overlook the vast splendor of the valleys and cliffs of this beautiful country. Morena Lesotho, those brave monarchs that built this nation, are looking down from the great beyond with pride, and they are celebrating what this momentous occasion means to Basotho.
All right, joining us for more on the Lesotho Independence Day celebrations is Rapelang Akhatebe, SABC News reporter. Good afternoon, Rapelang. Before we get into the President's address that we just saw now, just give us a sense of the day in its entirety. How were the festivities?
Good afternoon. Indeed, you have never seen Basotho so glad with their blankets a rich cultural heritage that was just the spirit of the day, that celebration of the 200 years and the 58th year of independence as the nation. So they came from all the 10 districts, everyone, they have the blankets that represents the various districts, and this is how they identify themselves from different clans. But now today they were just Basotho enjoying a beautiful weather as Lesotho celebrates the 200 years.
Then to the president's address, what was his message, or the message that he shared with those gathered at the stadium today?
Very powerful indeed. I think a well-crafted speech that narrates the rich history and the neighborhood between South Africa and Lesotho, but mostly I think remembering and acknowledging the apartheid era days, the tough times when South Africans were killed alongside Basotho when the apartheid regime just ventured into Lesotho in 1982 and 1985. So he shared and he says he remembers, and that moment will not be forgotten with that rich history. He also moved on to the trade that now reigns as to Basotho exchanging water and the electricity. That proximity says this is what makes the two neighbors, because they are intertwined in language and in culture.
And yesterday you and I spoke about Prince Harry being in Lesotho, his working visit there. Did you catch sight of him today?
Man, looks like it was not a good day because I could not even see Prince Setsoto, so it would mean they had such a hectic schedule, I think, trying to wrap up his visit for the Bicentennial project. So not unless he sneaked in by some means that I could not pick him.
All right, Rapelang, thank you very much for that reportage. That's SABC News reporter Rapelang Khadebe speaking to us.